For the most part, they did fairly well at this point of the year. Numerous returning athletes went their fastest they've ever gone untapered, which is a very good sign for the rest of the year.
Explain to us again what untapered means.
Basically, within our program, we're going to be training for about 21 to 22 weeks, and then we are going to be resting at the end of the year. And the speed gains, the power gains from resting allow them to swim significantly faster with a shave, with a fast suit at our conference, and the level of competition at our conference championships.
So that's not what you're looking for right at this point. It's a little bit later on.
Not necessarily, and some of our freshmen, I don't want to say they have a hard time with it. It's more of it's just something that they got to kind of, I don't want to say get to grips with, but a lot of them were used to not training as hard, so that when they went to a dual meet, they could go really fast. And some of our freshmen didn't have the swims that they were hoping to go. But at the same time, I'm right there next to them saying, that's perfectly fine. Like, I'm happy with what I'm seeing out of you in training, because the training is what is most important right now.
Yeah.
And technically speaking, our competitions are almost training in essence. Swimming that race properly and working on what they need to be doing, all the little things in their races to prepare them to swim faster at the conference championship.
I digressed a little bit. You were talking about Indy, and let's get back to that, about some of the kids and their performances in Indianapolis.
Friday night we really kind of surprised them a little bit specifically on the women's side. Maggie Metz got us started right away. She won the mile and won it quite handily. The best part about that race is Heather Sestola finished second. So we were able to go 1-2 on them in one of the first events of that meet. Coming out of that, Ida Noman won the 400 IM, which is probably one of the best swims I've seen out of her in season up to this point. She was within her lifetime best time by 4 seconds in that event, which is pretty close. And then we came out of the break, and our girls went 1-2-3 on them in the 100 butterfly, which really kind of, you could see it kind of sparking them up, like just a little bit, just like, holy cow, we're in Indianapolis, and we go 1-2-3 on them in the 100 fly. And Paige Meredith won that with the fastest she's ever gone unshaved. Haley Ramsey came in second in that, and Rachel Kagi was third. And then from there on out, Maggie won the 500 again on Friday night, and Heather was second in that event. So Friday night was a really good event for our girls. On the guys' side, freshman Joao Pedro Granado won the mile. That was our only event win on Friday night, but our guys swam well. Nathan Graber went under 145 in the 200 free for the first time ever unshaved, so he was 144. His best unshaved before that was 147. Actually 146 from the Show Me Showdown, so it's a good sign of things to come. But the guys swam well. They raced hard. Had a little more success the next day as far as just dropping time and swimming fast. But it was overall a good meet. On the girls' side, Heather Sestola stepped it up again, and she won the 1,000 free on Saturday morning. Rachel Kagi won the 200 fly on Saturday. We got a win from Joao Pedro Granado in the 500 on Saturday, but that was the only individual event win. But overall, we swam well. Like, Daniel Day broke 2 minutes in the 200 IM for the first time unshaved. Nathan Graber went 157, which is his first time ever unshaved, under 2 minutes in the 200 fly, which was the event that he narrowly missed making nationals last year. Ben Plank had his best 200 fly unshaved ever. So it was just, overall, it was a solid meet. It was good. It was a good training meet. We had 2 days of racing. It's a long trip, so it's kind of tiresome even before you get there. But they did well, and we got right back to the training yesterday, and they had a really good workout. So
how many athletes do you take on a dual trip?
Typically around 40 on a trip that requires like overnights and it's 2 days. We pretty much fill the events with 40 athletes, typically 20 on each side.
I know you've got some home events coming up, but will you have more at the home events? Will we see more swimmers at home events? Every
swimmer will compete at our home events. We'll get them experience, because they need to get that valuable race experience going into the conference meet.
I know you're just starting your season, but you've got to be very excited the way this program is built over 3 years and now I believe the 4th year.
Absolutely. I mean, we did split the teams on the website if they haven't noticed, right. And because it's kind of hard to fit 40 some athletes sure. on one roster. I know football does it, but
yeah, you're right.
But with the mixed genders, just to be able to look people up and so forth, we decided to split it up. And at first, for the team picture, and specifically, it's tough to have 40 some individuals in a team picture. We decided to do the women's team and then the men's team, but some of the seniors were like, "Come on, coach, can we just please do the team picture? Everybody together." And so we ended up just kind of throwing them together for the one, and it's neat to see the change from 11 year one up to 48 right now, right. going into the rest of the year. So that's pretty exciting.
When is your next meet? Where is it, and when is it?
It's here at William Jewell College in the Mabee Center on Saturday, November 15th at 1:00 p.m. And that's against Lindenwood, who's going to be a very, very tough competition. And then the new team of UMSL will be here as well. And they have 4 pretty good guys that are going to give some of our guys a big test. So it'll be a lot of fun.